Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I'm a professional dancer, professional dance choreographer, and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States. And we're going to be taking a look at a couple more auditions from the second episode of Street Dance Girl Fighter Season 2. These were the ones that I encountered while I was doing a full episode reaction. Those can be available on Patreon exclusively there. It has all of the nooks and crannies of the episode as well as my personal thoughts throughout the concept of the different criterias, as well as some extra thoughts trickled in from some of the auditions being rewatched. So I hope you guys enjoy. We're gonna go ahead and take a watch.
보여줘 보여줘 제발 야 눌러 I gotta take my glasses off. Brian too. épale.
야, 무조건 데리고 와야 돼.
우와.
표정 미쳤다.
Yeah. Excited they're getting. I love how excited they are. Yes. That was fun. Okay, so bringing it back here. Seeing this beginning was super dope. Part of me wishes that they kept with this theme throughout all of it, because it really would have captivated in a completely different field than all the other auditions. This was a freaking cool start. And then seeing the leans out, then having somebody run, and she goes, so you notice that the sound was taken away, right? And she kind of collapsed on the ground, so it felt like the life was sucked out of her, is what it came across as, which is why it captivated the way that it did. Which is super, super cool. And having this more like creepy with the finger tutting. I love it when I get to see finger touch just be showcased and done in a way that's very tasteful, and it matches, and she's maintaining energy and acting through. And then she comes back in, so they're definitely giving this very like a much darker presentation for this, and this is super cool. How they finish this out, like, it is, yeah, very cool. As they come up, boom. Now, I would say some of their stability is slightly off. You notice when she hops in the front, she kind of stumbled just a little bit here. That's just my little note on that, but dipping through. Boom, 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 boom. This was a nice little energy. Some people are choosing to use all of their weight, like to shift their weight onto their feet and allow the body to move around. And some of them just isolated with the chest. So that would be something that I would want clarified, especially if you're touching and you're lower in your level and it's really clear to see what's going on with your chest. That would be my overall note. And then the having your feature reset, everybody, was a really cool choice, great choice to help in that phrase so you can begin your new phrase in a different aesthetic. Now that movement right here, épale, does remind me of, because I just watched episode 4 of season 1 yesterday. So this is very familiar to me, like this setup, whenever it was Amazon did it for La Chica's challenge. And I love the energy there. It goes épale, oh, having that moment there was fun. Having their own moments, moving through. I do feel like this part isn't as refined because of what I had mentioned earlier, where not everybody's on the same page of how much they're investing their upper body. So some people are choosing to isolate it. Some people are really overthrowing it. It really just kind of depends on who is it is, and some people are using their backs and some are just choosing to use the arm. So that would be another note that I would give. It's just, I feel like it's clean, but the aesthetic isn't clean, you know, and I feel like that can separate between people choosing groups and people not choosing groups, right? And this energy did it, and then they wrapped it around. They did a little wrap around with the hand. I liked that, but it wasn't as refined, not as clear as it could be. Folding it out, I like that energy where they fold it and then they drop down. I don't know if it's a camera angle or what, but it does appear that this side over here, I mean, I know she's supposed to be out, but it feels like there's not quite as much. It's not distinct. Like this side's very distinct, right? But this side is a little too close together, I feel, for the overall aesthetic of what they are doing. So that would just be my note there. That pull through also just felt like she was placed and they were holding her, not this. There wasn't this yearning of like, help me, like there wasn't any of that. It just felt very placed. But I understand they put that there to help tie in the very beginning of the choreography, which I appreciate. Now this part here, da 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 da, that part, that part was okay. I really feel that there needed to be way more full body investment, not just isolating it with the hand. And I know by me moving, I'm like moving my camera, so I'm so sorry by that. But as they're hitting this, you notice how isolated it is when you hear that wah, 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 because there's heavier basses underneath it. Having a sense of presence and groundedness with the rest of the body is really going to help us signal that this is hitting that wah, 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 but they're still paying attention to the rest of the song. So that's why where certain moves like that read that way whenever they're neglecting other aspects of their track, when thinking about all of it is really going to help enhance that section entirely. Right here was really nice, but it just feels like they're keeping their body isolated up at the top. They are using it a little bit more in that little section here, but having it go from like concave to convex, like really arching and collapsing the chest and the torso could really help enhance and build this, because remember, we're building. If you're setting an expectation, and if you choose to elevate regardless of the avenue you choose to pursue to make that elevation happen, is you got to keep holding it down and you got to keep going, chipping away until you have this climactic ending. Now here in this case, it really feels like we're just kind of holding on versus really elevating it. I'd say that beginning they set it up at a very high standard, and then it kind of felt like it dropped a little bit, and then it got a little bit higher, like we're kind of here versus oh. And I think that could be a note that is discussed. The build out's really nice. That was clean. That was really clean. But it goes back to all my previous points that I already said about their chest, clarification of the chest, because even when I have it paused, you can really see some people are kind of only hollowing in the chest, and people are really choosing to completely hollow the full part of their chest. Some people are actually looking down and some are looking front. Those are very small, but they do determine kind of how things pan out, you know? Oh man, but having that energy in the back was really cool. It was too far away for me personally to really itemize what they were doing, but it was a really interesting setup though, what I was noticing. Push those buttons. I love Bebe's energy so much. And it's really nice though that they get to play the role of being they get to just have, they're not in that overly competitive mindset. But I do know it was a bit stressful in the in the last season. That energy, I like the level choice, and then I love how they finish. So their beginning and their endings were really nice. I'd say that middle, I feel like we could have sought some improvement. I understand what they were going for, but the goal is for me to not have to think, oh, I get it, what they were going for. Not like, you don't want people to think more in that lane. You want to be like, I saw that, and I appreciate that, and I love that. You know, don't make people see the potential, make people see the product or the result. It's kind of my point in that. But that was fun. I think they got an in, right? Maybe all in. I mean, it's showing right here that they got an all in. Do I think it should have gotten an all in? I think one of our, who was it? There was a group, I think, honestly, if they got an all in, then I think the group that went Humble should have gotten an all in if this group got an all in my humble opinion.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I was helpful in some way. If you want to see more Street Dance Girl Fighter content, whereas that's the first season, early released episodes, as well as full episode reactions, I have all of that available on Patreon. But if you just want to hang out with me on YouTube and see what I post Monday through Friday, you're more than welcome to do that. It's always very exciting to get to just speak and dialogue more so about just the different auditions, where we think teams they should have gone, our personal thoughts regarding season 1 and season 2 and things of the like. So I'm definitely excited for that here. I'm Jess again, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.